Hey guys, what's up? Chris here for BeerGeekNation.com, and today we're looking at a beer from Humboldt Brewing. Now, you may not have heard of them, but hold on, we'll get to that in a second. This is Black Xantus, coming in 11% alcohol by volume. It's an Imperial Stout brewed with Jobella coffee, aged in bourbon barrels, wine barrels, and wait for it, Firestone Union barrels that have previously been used, aged for 6 months, and then blended together. So Firestone Walker, you say, how did they get involved with this one? Well, it's kind of a long story. Humboldt Ales went out of business. Firestone Walker bought the brand, basically, contract brewed all their beers, changed the name to Nectar Ales. So if you ever saw any Nectar Ales or hemp ale, and they had like a brown ale, I think, that was supposedly really popular. I haven't had either of them, so I can't speak to them, but they were contract brewed by Firestone Walker. Then Firestone Walker sold Nectar Ales. The company that bought it changed it back to Humboldt Brewing, Humboldt Ales. Firestone Walker is still contract brewing up through the mid of 2015, and then no one's really sure what's going to go down. So Firestone Walker, you know, this is their beer essentially. It's essentially a barrel-aged Firestone Walker Imperial Stout in different barrels, you know, using those Union barrels, wine barrels, bourbon barrels. I'm excited about this one. I've never had it, heard really good things about it. A lot of you guys have recommended it. So let me get into a glass so you guys know it smells, tastes, and give me the final verdict on the Humboldt Brewing Black Xantus. All right, guys, so the aroma on the Black Xantus. Wow, tons of coffee, tons of bourbon, toasted coconut, sweet caramel, a little bit of dark fruits, maybe some raisin or some fig in there, a little bit of a red wine characteristic, some oakiness. It's a really, really kind of intense smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the Black Xantus. Cheers. Oh, wow. Lots of coffee right up front, lots of bourbon barrel right up front. You know, classic toasted coconut, big toasted coconut. Middle of the mouth, dark chocolate and coffee just kind of overwhelm the palate. A little bit of that wine barrel coming through, kind of like a red wine type of characteristic, oakiness, more bourbon. Definitely getting some oaky, some toasted coconut in the middle of the mouth as well. Playing off that coffee, playing off big dark chocolate flavors. Semi-sweet, well, it's more of a sweet aftertaste. In the aftertaste, again, more chocolate, more coffee, more bourbon barrel in that toasted coconut form. It's a very barrel-forward beer. I would expect nothing less. Firestone is producing this. Lots of coffee, lots of chocolate. It is a very intense beer. This is a fairly fresh bottle. It is a seasonal release, so it's still very fresh. So definitely kind of in your face. Good stuff, though. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Black Xantus, 11% available now. Guys, this one is getting a B+. If you like chocolate, if you like coffee, if you like bourbon barrel beers, then this one is you. All three flavors are there. They are super intense, super in your face. And I think it gets a B+ in my mind because those flavors do kind of compete with each other. You know, at some point you want them to come together, kind of form this really cohesive beer, which in the past, you know, Firestone Walker usually nails. This one, I think maybe a little bit too fresh. It looks like it was bottled in November of 2014, so not super fresh, but I think it just needs some time to sit down, maybe mellow out a little bit. That coffee and chocolate are really in your face, and the barrel gets lost a little bit, but it's definitely there. Yeah, I just think it needs some time to kind of sit down and think what it's doing, you know, but still really good stuff. It's a very intense beer. That's the best way to describe it right now. So getting a B+ from me, and what do you guys think? Am I way off on this one? Let me know in the comments section below. Remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.